Is creating a community key to scaling a business, or should you be focusing on the product as the main thing? What are your thoughts on that? Let's see about this. David, what are you thinking about that? Community, product, which one do you think they should focus on?
Yeah, let's see. So I have a two-part answer to this. So the first part is that I would say, like, in my mind, actually, like, community and product are actually all part of the same thing, and that's the experience. Like, I think there's been a shift recently in that, like, traditionally I think there was marketing over here and it was doing its thing, and then product design over here and it was doing this thing. I mean, we're really starting to mesh those two together to the extent that, like, it's all part of the larger experience. So it's I would just say, like, it's more like you should treat those as all part of one thing, and then, like, what features inside, like, if you like you I don't think people normally think of, like, community as, like, well, what features do I need to, like, make my community better? But, like, I think all of those things now are kind of stacked up in the same roadmap, and you should have the same designers working on kind of what the experience is like for the community as well as for the product. So it's like the first thing is, like, I kind of think it's actually, like, whatever's more important at that time. I know it's, like, slightly like a cop out, though. I give another second answer for the people that are like, well, what should I do right now? Because maybe that's part of the implication of this question. And I promise the second one is also not a cop out, but I would honestly say, like, you just need to have a little introspection, and both strategies can work, whether you just go really, really amazing and you build an amazing community and then you start dropping products into it, or you build a really amazing product and then, people find it. I think both strategies can work. So I think it's a little bit about taking some introspection and seeing, like, what do you like to do? What are you naturally better at? And then really, like, what are you passionate about? Do you want to make a community? Then go start making a community that fits your mindset. Or if you're just an amazing product person, then go do that. I think both strategies can work.
See, David, I love your answer, but the problem is you didn't tell me what I should be doing. You just gave me a lot of work that I should be looking into. So the chat is like, give me an answer, all of these things. No, you did a great job. Thanks so much. Jiaqi, what are you feeling? What are you doing over there? Product or community? What are you feeling?
Good question. So I think if you are asking me as a founder of a no-code solution, right, I would say product first, because that's what people are paying us for, right? But a community kind of as the next biggest or most important part. I think for all no-code solutions, community is really becoming one of the key growth or success factor. Think about a Webflow or Bubble, who have a huge community who is contributing actively to help out other users in the product. In fact, I think kind of communities become part of the product, like David mentioned, right? Community members are building components, are building templates, are sharing insight, are sharing knowledge, know-how to help other users be more successful. And that alone, I think, without that, it will be extremely hard to keep growing the no-code solution. So community is definitely key, and there's a lot of also interesting community management solution. We are recently starting to build so we started building community in Facebook groups, right? But we realized that wasn't very scalable, and so a lot of issues with that. And now we are starting to try out Circle, which I think just came out from beta, and very happy with that. I think people need to leverage those tools available. They don't have to really build everything from scratch. With these type of solutions, it can help them manage community very easily. Don't really require a lot of effort.
Thank you so much. Now, before I turn to Marcin and Michael, I'm just letting you know the chat is blowing you guys up. They said we just want a definite answer. Jay is telling me, go give me an answer. Listen, they're giving you both sides of the coin, people. Okay, they're Jay, what kind of business you running? Are you running your own SaaS company? I don't know what's going on. Jay, put it in the chat. Marcin, we need concrete answers. If I gave you $50,000, which one are you going to say, product or community? Which one should you do?
I would say product. I would say product if in that case, because if you have a good product, marketing is. Okay, let's not talk about marketing. But if you have a good product, things will and if you can wait enough, sometimes, then the communities will build themselves around your product if you don't build it. But if you keep on paying attention to the community and not focusing on your product, and trying to put out fires, trying to satisfy the community, and not working on your product, then in that case, I don't think that's a good direction. And in that case, I think product is more important. And out of my experience, and what I've seen around what's going on, what's happening in Mailerlite, I feel that we put a lot attention to the product, and then naturally when the community started building out, we've been working on ways to help the community with providing tools for that community, and that's my answer.
I love it. I don't know if we can afford to give you that bonus for that answer, but we appreciate you. And the conference will see if we can up the budget. I'm not in control of that. If I get a message in private chat or I'm not allowed to moderate anymore, I understand. Michael, round us off. Anything else? Is that good, or what are your thoughts on this? The chat is loving it, by the way. They said this is a really hard question. They appreciate all of your answers. So you guys are doing great. What do you think, Michael?
I'm going to fight the other angle. I'm going to fight for community. I think your customers are the people who buy what you're doing, but I think your community are the people who buy why you're doing it. And I think, especially in the days of the indie hacker movement, you can build a community around what you're creating even before you write the first line of code or before you pull your first no-code editor out. And I think if you can't do that, then you maybe don't have something that people want. So I think I'd always go for community first, because that's where you'll learn what people want and what people are excited about.
I love it. All of you, people are saying they love it. This is a great chat.